I'm so glad I'm not an immigrant. I really am. I mean, I love people, but I'm glad I'm not a immigrant or illegal immigrant. I'm glad I'm not coming to somebody else's nation and begging, you know, and asking and trying to be safe. I'm glad I'm not. I'm glad I'm coming from a people that stood for their own nation. You know, kudos, black folks. Kudos to you, slave descendants. We stood for our own nation. We got a lot of people in here from other places with their children, all your suckling babies, to take up all our money. And then you say you pay taxes and you do this and you do that. Well, why in the hell didn't y'all stay at home? I don't understand why y'all here. We don't need you. I don't hate you, but I don't like you either, because I realize that a lot of you ain't doing it but using people, and you're cowards, and you teach your children to be cowards. And they think you're doing something honorable, and they think they're being honorable as an American, but you would never be an American, because the country says you are, the Democrats said you were, but trust me, you're going to always have to live with the fact knowing that you are anchor baby and that your country is in shambles, whether you are African, whether you are Hispanic, whether you are Asian living on top of people in Asia, where you weren't able to do nothing with your country until General Motor or Ford Motor gave y'all a break, gave y'all some of them tech jobs too, and gave y'all some of them production jobs, and then y'all became something special, and now you run around talking about you got a damn high IQ. You ain't got no high IQ. Y'all just go to school every day of the week. You don't have a high IQ. Y'all just go to school every day of the week, 7 days a week. You study all the time. You don't have a high IQ. Talk about Asians got a high IQ. Even white people love saying it. They're smarter than us, but all that stupid science you wrote. I'm just coming here to rant about some real stuff. Like, y'all don't have no high IQ. People with a high IQ, they fix their own home first. They don't come to somebody else's, because that's a legacy that I wouldn't want. And I know your children, a lot of time they be acting all nice in the public, and they should. You know, they're manable. They taught to be manable and try to be a certain brand of America. But your child is not better than my little boy. You know why? Because my little boy is a foundational black American. He's an American descendant of slavery. He built the most powerful nation in the world. He's the only person that's being inserted to because people hate him or me because we are a threat and we have the highest IQ. We invented everything. We created the culture. You don't have a high IQ. What you gonna do? Make some ramen noodles? You don't have no high IQ. What you gonna make some ramen noodles? Is that what you do? Make some ramen noodles, or what? What you Hispanics gonna do? What y'all gonna do? Make some Gruyere? Chop up some onions and talk with a certain accent and make somebody some food? I don't like cilantro. Soul food is good for me. And you can make soul food healthy, whether it's gourmet. I don't need your cilantro. I don't need your cilantro and your Latino. I don't need it. Over there in New York and stuff, talking big and bad and stuff. We don't need you. I don't even need Fat Joe. You know, hey, guess what? I got my own culture. You know what I'm saying? We artists and rappers and dancers, we the best. Foundation of black American, black people, we the best. Y'all coming over here, lying to get in the border, sneaking in the border. And the reason I'm saying this, because you open your mouth against black people, you got the nerve to say what the hell we need and what we deserve. Shut your mouth. This is my country. I built this country. I came from this country. This is me. We as a foundation of black Americans and the ADOS, we are the founders of America. And if you want to look up the history, we got the invoices and the history. We invented everything that you suckers are using. And you coming over here talking about you work and you do this and you build. You ain't did nothing. This country was already built. Some of you people, you can't do the same thing in Guatemala. You can't do it in Madagascar. Oh, Asians. I forgot. You got to come over here and sell her products and then buy in the housing that belong to somebody else and then get government kickbacks from a president that black people voted in. Oh, that's right. You don't have no political capital. Y'all some sorry people. And a lot of you white folks, a lot of y'all end up being in our family because I bet with you. But y'all some sorry people too. Y'all greedy. A lot of you, and you thieves. You ain't nothing but thieves. And I feel so sorry for some of the Africans. Not all of you, but some of y'all, I feel sorry for you. You know why? Because you think people are jealous of you, but you don't have anything. What, you got an education, a few houses in Lawrenceville, Georgia, in Texas? Well, look at us black Americans. Look at what we got. Basketball players, football players, people who invented everything, people who created rock and roll like Ike Turner, Tina Turner and them. Even back in the day, we got Fannie Lou Hamers and all that, Frederick Douglasses and scientists and doctors, Johnny Cochran's, and we got actors and Tyler Perry's and Will Smith's. Look at us. The first black astronaut graduated from Piney Woods Country Life School. Look at what we got. Y'all ain't got a damn thing. And you need to shut up. You love to match yourself up against black people, and you like to look at the negative side of the boys that standing on the corner in the hood, which government made them do that. You like to look at that and say we fit the crime rate in the country. Well, see, that's news reporting a lie to you. That's the media, and that's the science of the media. You know why? Because they put you on the black and brown when you commit crimes. Like them Hispanics in Chicago, and then some of you Somalians commit crime, and the Haitians too. Then you'll document it as a black person. But when it come down to your work and Hispanic and all that, you document it as a white person or other when you do it in the workforce. But we 14% of the population, and we are the most affluent black community in the whole world in terms of what we're able to do. And everybody come here and benefit from us. You don't have what we have, and we're still below America. And you get more than we get when you come here because the government and all these people in power want to use you as a pawn and a credit to say we should be able to do the same thing by giving you stuff. And all you Latinos getting loans from the Wells Fargo Bank, well, somebody need to burn it down. Somebody need to burn Wells Fargo down. And you Asians getting loans and all that stuff, none of y'all did this by yourself. And all y'all ain't nothing but some cowards. Unless you start to stand with black people and get behind us who feed you and take care of you, and y'all getting our tax dollars for yourself and your family, then you become a woman or a man. But as of then, until then, you ain't nothing but a dog.